ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another edition of Geek Culture Congress. My name is Louis Speedy Jr., and I'm here with the very famous and talented Tarek Lewis in the building.
Lewis.
That's right.
Yes, indeed. GCC representing,
That's
ready
right.
to get it in.
We're going to talk about a bunch of different things today. There's a bunch of things happening, new shows happening, companies spoiling stuff for us, and new rumors that we need to talk about. We're pretty much going to talk about a little bit about everything. We're going to go from Star Wars to Marvel to and all in between.
Everything owned by Disney, by the way.
Almost everything. Almost everything.
Yeah.
They're like the mafia, man.
Soon to be, yeah. You're soon to be owned by Disney. Oh, you got your little grocery store? Okay.
All right, man. So we're gonna get into what happened. I don't know if you've been watching Star Wars Rebels.
I have not been catching up. I've seen a few episodes, but I'm not fully up on Star Wars.
I gotta confess that since Disney took over, right, the whole Star Wars thing, I was like, oh, well, wait a second, they have this TV show cartoon, Star Wars Rebels, that I kind of ignored.
Yeah.
So when this whole deal went through, I was like, you know what, I need to start watching it. And time passed, and the two movies passed, and I finally said, I need to watch this show because this is the future for them. They invested in these characters, Disney, as a company, so I think I need to check it out. So I watched it, and probably until the first two seasons were kind of kiddie, you know?
Yeah.
But then season 3 went full blown Star Wars, like what we expect, and I was like, whoa, this is a cartoon,
Is this when they start introducing like Darth Vader and
they brought Darth Maul back?
Okay.
They were Darth. I'll ruin it for you guys if you just don't have time to watch it. I'll ruin it for you right now. So there's your warning. Okay, 3, 2, 1. I guess Darth Maul finally shows up to have a final battle with older Obi-Wan Kenobi.
I know. I've seen this on
Obi-Wan
YouTube.
Kenobi does him in 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So he wraps him up, and he's coup de grace finally. But long story short, something really interesting happened at the end of Star Wars Rebels is done now. They finished their final season. Everything's done. Okay. And one of the main Jedis is Ezra Bridger.
Yes.
Right. And he, in the storyline, he finds a Jedi temple that he has the power to open, because he's a Jedi, of course, finally. And he goes into a temple, and it's like a portal. So when he walks into the portal, it's like he's in between space and time, and there's a bunch of mirrors that are different, I guess, times in the timeline, and he hears the events as he's walking through the space. So you hear a bunch of little quotes from Star Wars, from Clone Wars cartoon, from Return of the Jedi, from the new movies.
Yeah.
And it's pretty much he can walk into any part of time right now in this Jedi temple, which is weird. So they're really introducing time travel.
That's interesting.
And if you've watched the Clone Wars cartoon, you know that Ahsoka, the character Ahsoka, was the Padawan of Anakin Skywalker, who becomes Darth Vader. Spoiler alert.
Okay, of course.
So in this cartoon, Rebels, she has a final confrontation with Darth Vader.
Yes.
Where we assume that she did not survive at the end of that confrontation. So as he's walking through this time, this in between time and space in this Jedi temple, he finds the portal of what he missed
with Ahsoka.
Of her Ahsoka's final battle with Darth Vader.
Okay.
And he decides at the end, right before Darth Vader does the killing blow, he pulls Ahsoka out.
No.
So Ahsoka's alive and well
somewhere
in the new Star Wars universe in the future.
Interesting.
Okay, because at the end, long story short, Ezra Bridger gets lost. He sacrifices himself and gets lost in light speed. That's right. When they go to light speed, I'm confused with Star Trek right now. Yeah. Don't hit me. He gets lost. Ezra Bridger gets lost in light speed with some creatures, and he defeats Grand Admiral Thrawn, which is another throwback character from the Legends that they introduced back into the continuity with the story. Long story short, Ahsoka appears at the end of the cartoon, the final scene of the cartoon, with one of Ezra Bridger's friends to go looking for him.
Okay. And that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show. it ends like that.
Oh, okay. That's going to be a movie. Yeah.
What do you think?
Way to go. They're making a movie out of that.
They invested too much time and effort in those characters, right?
That's
what I said.
Be one of those.
That's what I said. I said, well, watch what happens. At the end of The Last Jedi, one of the rebel commanders said, we have reinforcements in the Outer Rim. And that's where all this cartoon of Star Wars is in the Outer Rim. Yeah. That's the reinforcements, is them.
Well, that's a long time, though.
I don't know. They're still there, though. That's at the end of the show, they explained that we waited for the Empire to come back and try and retake the planet. Mm-hmm. And they never did because of Luke Skywalker. And the Battle of Yavin and all that stuff was happening. Yeah. So they never invested in trying to get a planet in the Outer Rim anymore. Gotcha. They were worried about holding their stuff closer to home. So interesting. Looking forward to the future of Star Wars, I guess. I may
go back and watch Rebels.
You're going to go watch it?
Now that it's done.
I say probably skip around the first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. If it starts getting a little cheesy, just go to the next one. Yeah. And then while season 3 is done, you're like, oh, okay. Well, what just happened? You know what I'm saying? He starts getting tons about the dark side. I've seen some stuff already. I've seen some, stuff like that. Guys, jumping ship from Star Wars now, we're going to go into a little bit of Marvel. If anybody's watched Jessica Jones yet, Jessica Jones
have not finished.
Season 2 is available now on Netflix.
Yes.
How far are you in right now?
I want to say I'm at episode 3.
Episode 3
of Jessica Jones. Yeah.
So what do you think so far?
So far,
are you interested? Like you're gonna go home and finish it?
I'm interested because I want to see her origin. I do want to see her origin. Uh-huh. I do like this, new path they're going on with her because she's always been drunk and rowdy. And,
right. Well, that's her thing.
And it's just it's kind of her thing. But they are, no spoiler, they are taking a little more explanation to why she is the way she is, where she comes from, and they're introducing some characters who may have some abilities too. It's always good to see that. That's
well, her best friend is actually a character in the comic book with an ability, which I won't ruin right now for anybody. Yeah. But if you decide to read the comic books, you'll figure it out. Yeah. But
so I'm interested in Jessica
I've actually watched it all, and I want to spoil it for you right now. But
please don't. Because the only thing I've watched is Punisher, and the only thing I understand right now is Revenge.
Okay, so we won't talk about no. Go watch it, guys. Go watch it. Jessica Jones season 2. I highly recommend to watch the whole thing, and especially if you're a female, man, and you like female stories and stuff. It's a really strong female story. Speaking about Netflix, if anybody has seen the season 2 trailer for Luke Cage.
I have the teaser trailer for Luke Cage. Yes,
it's a teaser trailer, and it seems like he's like he's calling people out.
Yeah, my thing with Luke Cage is always I want to see him like really be able to fight. At this point, he's just really strong, and he kind of just grabs people and throws them.
Yeah, well, I mean, he had a real fight at the end of season 1 with somebody who had powers like him, but
yeah, but I don't know. And I had a friend say, how come he's not he's supposed to be a brawler in the comic book? It's great. He's supposed to be like Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? But I understand, if you're really strong and you punch somebody, you just knock their head off. Right. So you don't want to go around doing that. But I'm excited about Luke Cage. It's one of my favorite shows. After I finish season 2, I'm going to rank these Marvel Netflix shows. Okay. I don't know where this one ranks right now.
All right. Well, we'll see. It's got to come out first. We're just talking about a trailer. Yeah. So, I mean, I like it. It looks interesting. I think it's building up to the Heroes for Hire kind of thing.
Yeah, definitely.
Definitely. So that's what it seems like the trailer's about.
I think Pete Rock. I think having Pete Rock on the soundtrack. Yeah, so that'd be cool.
Yeah, no, the soundtrack's always dope. Yeah. Method Man stuff from the first one was dope as well. So we're looking forward to that. Luke Cage season 2 is coming out soon. Also on FX, the famous. We're talking about the X-Men world now. The famous Legion show. Yes, they're teasing their season 2. And there's an awesome trailer online. Go watch it.
Which is completely confusing. I have no idea what's going on.
Idea. I mean, I get it. The first season's confusing, too. Yeah. After a while, you're kind of like, okay, so are the X-Men here? Are they X-Men? Are they not really? Yeah. And then they're in this mansion with X's all around. So you're kind of like, okay, so is it tied in? Is it not tied in?
Yeah. It's a completely confusing but great show.
It's definitely a lot like the other X-Men show, which is...
The Gifted.
The Gifted, which I enjoyed a lot.
The Gifted was great.
Yeah, The Gifted was great.
Gifted is like a straight line, and then Legion is like a child drawing on the tablecloth.
It's more mind. It's more mind. Messing with your mind.
Well, the villain is the Shadow King.
Yeah. The Shadow King is a actual very famous X-Men antagonist.
Yes.
If you've ever read X-Men comic books, so that a lot of people are excited about that.
Yeah,
so I guess
which is going to make it.
out.
You're going to have to really watch. This is not something you when you're cooking ramen.
Yeah,
you got to sit back and rewind.
You got to watch the show with subtitles. Huh?
Yeah, you got to really. Yeah. But I like the guy who plays Legion. I like the characters around him, and show turned out to be great. So I'm anxious about Legion. I'm excited about it.
Good,
but also confused.
I think I think it's going to be good. I think people really liked it last time. So the first season, they're really surprised by it. I didn't think it was going to last this long, or even get a second season. So I'm shocked that I saw a trailer for it anyway too. So hopefully they take it to another level. So we'll see what happens with Legion season 2 that comes out on FX later this year, I believe. So and then we're also talking about we have a bunch of trailers for Cloak and Dagger that's going to be on the Freeform show, Freeform channel. I don't know. Is that online or that's a cable?
Freeform is an actual channel.
Yeah.
It's probably one of those. It's like channel 7,932 HD. No, but the Freeform, I've only ever watched Freeform like on demand. I know it's easy to get to on demand.
Oh, okay.
But I think Freeform, it's all definitely online. But Cloak and Dagger are interesting characters. I was first introduced to them in the Spider-Man Maximum Carnage video game.
Yes. On
Super Nintendo.
Okay, he just took me back, bro.
Yeah, you hit a little button and somebody would come help you. And that's Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger would come and help you out,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. No, I used to read the books, and so I really like Cloak and Dagger.
You read Cloak and Dagger comic books?
Well, they were introduced in a lot of different stories.
Yeah.
Sometimes they were in a Punisher story. Sometimes they were in a Spider-Man story.
Yeah.
There was actually the actual books. There were mutants as well, so they were, they try to tie them in a little bit to the X-Men stuff.
Yeah.
And we'll see where it goes with this.
Listen,
the trailers look good.
It's going to be some suspense already. First of all, you got a young black kid with a white girl. He's wearing a hoodie.
I see the anti-Marvel post already.
Yeah, man. People are gonna try to kill you. If you're a black man with a white girl,
they're already mad because they
already want to shoot.
They put an Anglo person as Iron Fist when he really is Anglo in the comic book.
Yeah. But in their defense,
poor Marvel.
He was awful. So
nah, he was all right, man. He was okay, man. He could have been better, but he was okay when the real fighting needed to happen.
Iron Fist, it just seemed like I could just walk up to him and just kick him in the shin.
You would win. Terry Lewis versus Iron Fist.
And kicked him in the knee. He didn't see it coming.
And that's a wrap?
Yeah.
No? End of his story?
Yeah, but I'm anxious about Cloak and Dagger. I'm curious because interesting characters, they can do a lot with it. And not everybody is not so familiar with it that if you change something, there won't be a big uproar. So it gives them a lot of freedom. And
hence Freeform.
And you're on Freeform.
Yeah. All right, so looking forward to that. Cloak and Dagger coming out on Freeform also this year. It's like an onslaught of comic book shows and comic book stuff just coming out, movies and TV shows. Which is great for me.
Yeah, right.
And speaking about Marvel, of course, the momentous moment of this year, the accumulation of everything that's been the Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Black Panther.
Besides Black Panther.
Oh, okay.
Including Black Panther, sorry. Because Black Panther was awesome in its own right. And if you haven't checked out our spoiler-free and full review of Black Panther is available also on our blog pass. Actually, our first show, so please check it out as well. Yeah. But April 27th, I think they moved the date. They moved it up because I guess it's so awesome.
Or they just
the powers that be in Disney and Marvel decided that we need to put this out sooner because
we
need to make
mess
money.
With Skyscraper. Like, screw you, Skyscraper. How dare you come out? Yeah.
So, we're excited about that. I mean, we could just call it Black Panther Part 1.5 probably.
What did you say? I'm sorry.
We could probably call it Black Panther 1.5.
Because there seems to be like a lot of Black Panther stuff going on.
Yeah.
I kind of want to see. There's some things I want to see from Infinity War. I want to see Spider-Man die. Maybe.
Wow. Why you want to see Spider-Man?
He's
die?
my favorite character, but I just like to see them in peril.
He dies in the Ultimate Universe in the comic books.
Yeah.
And then that's how the Miles Morales comes out.
Yeah, there's Spider-Verse and all that. No, I just want to see. I want to see some major characters die. I don't dislike any character.
He dies very heroically in that comic book story as well.
Yeah, I just want to see somebody
who's honored like
trip on a skate,
Yeah.
you know what I mean, and fall into a pit of lava or something like that. The webs are
Come
melting.
on, man. He's got to go out with glory, man. In glory, if he's going to go out.
I want to see an accidental death.
With great power comes great responsibility, man. You got to go out.
Also, just want to see you,
one-on-one, bro. Thanos and him. He's the only one left going blow to blow, and he knows he's not going to win, but he's trying everything.
Or a young kid in a local hostel shoots him in the eye with a paperclip, and that's what kills him. One way or the other. No, but I'm really excited about Infinity War. I have no idea what they're going to do with it.
Well, if you've been watching anything that's Lego, these Lego toys have been coming out. They've been spoiling it for everybody. Here's the Spider-Man climbing the Infinity Wheel play set with his spider arms.
Lego is like, we about to get this money. Whatever. Nobody told you to go to the store.
Here's Hulkbuster armor, but there's no Tony Stark.
I haven't seen it.
So try and if you care, if you really just love spoilers and you want to ruin it for yourself, go just look up the Lego toys that are coming out for Avengers Infinity War.
Lego's about that money.
Yeah, Lego's about that money. I think they're the other mafia.
Yeah, right.
And we're still on Marvel, so we're gonna downshift now back from the movies to the TV shows. Your Albatross that we've talked to about multiple times outside of the show, which is the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
I share your frustration because I've exposed myself to everything Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. It has some definitely some downs and some peaks and valleys.
It's one of those shows that I'll probably watch later. I just could not get into it.
Some interesting things are happening right now that may or may not tie into Avengers.
Okay.
So, without ruining for anybody, might be a good time to jump in, or at least try and watch from last season, and you'll probably just omit everything else.
Yeah, so you can come.
I think so.
You can come in the middle of.
Just as long as you accept the fact that there's Inhumans in the world already, and some people are Inhumans already, and
I'm familiar with the Inhumans, the Terrigen Mist and the moon, and
Terrigen Mist and all that stuff. Yeah, as long as you accept
and Ramsey Bolton, I'm cool. I might hop in on Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I was told that you can watch the first. If you can get through the first 2 seasons, that it gets really good.
Yeah, it does. But you can skip those, man. That's just. But
what kind of geek would I be if I skipped? I can't skip these things. I got to watch them all the way through and suffer.
Well, to
get my stripes.
It's up to you. Yeah, up to you. But definitely, the last season was really good, and this one seems like it's going very well as well. I'm interested in it, so check it out. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is showing right now on ABC, which it's surprising that this show is still on the air after all this time. There's so much, like I said, peaks and valleys happening with it.
People like it, and I think a big part of it, they know they're going to get a spike when Infinity War comes
I was to say, we're going to Wakanda this episode. I think that will blow their blow those ratings out of the water. Bam! Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back.
Yeah, you're gonna get some spikes.
We need 3 more. We need to sign for 3 more seasons. Let's go.
They go to Wakanda. I'm definitely going to talk to my agent because I need to be auditioning. I'm still mad that I wasn't in.
Oh man, we're gonna plug your stuff in a minute at the end of the show because we need to talk about that before we leave. Talking about movies, we're going to another universe now. We're going to a little bit of DC right now. Wonder Woman 2, Christian Wiig apparently will play the famous antagonist of Wonder Woman, Cheetah, in Wonder Woman 2. What do you think about that, Tarek?
So, I have some reservations, but I really like Christian Wiig. And
you think she could physically do that role?
I'm not sure how they're going to do it because they have the directors.
I mean, I guess it'll be stuntable for
the director. She's returning, and she's a great director. She killed it on the first Wonder Woman.
Yes.
So I think DC. I think with comic book movies in general, they're taking different spins on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't necessarily expect this half cat person. You know what I mean? I don't know.
I see a bad CGI thing happening.
Yeah.
Just because it's DC and we already had this happen in Justice League.
They may make her a little more maniacal, maybe more like a Lex Luthor.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Who knows what they're going to do? But I like Kristen Wiig. I love to see Kristen Wiig on screen.
I feel like how you feel about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is how I feel about DC in general pretty much right now.
The whole company, huh?
Yeah.
The whole company. Wonder Woman's...
It's Warner Brothers. Warner Brothers, come on, man.
Yeah. Wonder Woman's about Gal Gadot and about the director.
It is.
So you got a good star.
I could just watch anything about Gal Gadot.
And Kristen Wiig is funny.
Yeah.
And good on screen. And I don't think she would get into anything she can handle, So
Well,
we'll
let's
see. I will trust
Is it a rumor or is it confirmed? I don't know.
I believe it's confirmed.
I think it's confirmed. So let's stay with confirmation.
Yeah.
And if we have to redact anything, we will do it here in Geek Culture Congress, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
All right. So multiple Arrowverse stuff happening. We're not going to get into that because I have not caught up and none of that stuff. It's just too much stuff
Legends
happening.
of Tomorrow today.
Yeah, they're like they're going back and forth.
Yeah.
They got speeders going in and out, and
I feel like they're
Flash is going to jail, and he's stopping time, and
they're using all of DC's characters on television.
Yeah,
it's like
I think they're using every single person that they know the movies will not use.
Yeah,
like let's just use this guy,
Yeah,
elongated man.
We're not going to do an Adam.
Plastic Man. Let's use him. Oh no, they did Adam already. He's on Legends. Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. They're not going to do an Adam movie.
No.
They know they're not going to do an Adam movie.
Yeah.
Adam's not getting a movie. Hawk Girl's not going to get a film.
No. So they're just going through the whole catalog.
Yeah.
Brrr, let's see where my finger lands today. Boop.
Yeah. Impulse.
Or was Static Shock? That's the other one. Static Shock.
Yeah. That's just a lot of people.
Black Lightning is actually pretty good. I've been into Black Lightning.
I've not watched Black Lightning.
We're not going to talk about Black Lightning then.
Please not. Okay.
You need to watch it though. You will.
I'm going to watch Black Lightning.
Yes.
I'm definitely going to watch Black Lightning.
It's very good.
As long as it's not part of the Arrowverse.
All right, so we're flying from. It might be, remember
gone.
they already done this multi universes. It's DC, bro.
I'm too far
multi
gone.
universes, Crisis on Infinite Earths, all that stuff.
It's too many Earths.
It's we need to kill some Earths, right? We need to blow up some time portals. And all right, so shifting again, we're flying into what is Marvel right now again, but really on the business side, AMC just announced, and don't drop your mic just yet, okay? They're going to do a 31-hour Avengers movie marathon in the order that you should watch the movies.
Okay. I'm assuming 14 of those hours will be commercials for Walking Dead or Fear the Walking Dead, correct?
No, AMC. No, it's AMC the movie theater.
Oh, AMC the movie
Yeah,
theater.
yeah,
Okay, I thought you were talking about the network.
No.
It's like, this is AMC the movie theater. Okay, so 31 hours, you said.
31 hours.
Okay, so I'm just going to say this right now, and it's going to offend who it offends. If you attend this,
but what do you want to watch one though? Like you never seen Incredible Hulk, for example, on TV in the movie theater.
You are out of your mind, and you need to speak to somebody.
You need help. You need psychiatric help.
Speak to somebody.
Yeah.
If you're a fan, you probably already have this on Blu-ray. What are you doing? Now, if you can hop in and out,
Yeah, but what if I want to watch the first Iron Man? I never watched it in the movie theater, and I want to watch it in the movie theater. What?
Okay. Okay.
Or what if I stayed for the rest? Then I spend. What if I go like 8 hours in? Then what happens to me?
I just don't. This is not going to be like Ruth Chris. It's not going to be like a la carte. Like, oh, if you want to see.
AMC got food though, man.
If you want to see Avengers, it's going to cost you $32. But if you only want to see Thor.
I wonder what the price tag is for everything.
31 hours. They did this with like Lord of the Rings. Like you would go.
Yeah, but that was 3 movies or 5 movies.
They were each 7 hours long. I remember. And I think they might have done this with Star Wars in some places.
Yeah. They probably did with Star Wars.
No way, man. Like, listen,
31 hours, bro.
Who's going back to watch The Incredible Hulk in the theater?
You might want to watch. You need to know what happens, bro.
No, you don't need to know Hulk. He doesn't even know what happens
to Abomination and whatever happened to the leader and all that stuff.
Listen,
we
have
questions, unresolved questions.
Can't pronounce Abomination. You better not. I better not see anybody I know attending 31 hours of Avengers films.
Oh man! All right, so we put the news out there. Do what you guys want to do.
It's
okay?
available to you if you're a loser.
Ready Player One's coming out this summer.
I'm hyped.
That's based on a book of the same name, and so apparently rave reviews coming out for it. They're saying that it's the best Steven Spielberg movie ever, and he directed it himself.
Hold on.
Yes,
Color
that's
Purple.
What they're saying. They're saying it's
E.T.
They're saying it's the best Steven Spielberg movie ever.
Well, we're okay. Well, listen, I'm excited about Ready Player One. I think it's going to be good.
They're saying watch it in the biggest movie screen you can.
You know, and I have an issue with that argument. People always say, well, you got to see an IMAX, and I really don't see the difference. But I think I'm watching.
I don't like IMAX anymore and 3D stuff anymore. I mean, it's okay, I guess.
I think I'm watching for different things. Like, I'm looking for the plot and the theater and the acting and stuff. But I like the guy.
You're an actor. You know, you look for that stuff.
But I'm just a consumer, too. Yeah. It's like, let the story be good. Don't make it just look good. But I like the guy playing the main character.
Yeah.
He's a good actor.
Yeah.
So... And, you know, all the pop culture references.
Oh, yeah. No, they sold me already. The guy pulls out a Gundam and
yeah, which is
I'm sold already.
Great.
Yeah.
Which is really sad. Remember the film that came out about 3 years ago? Adam Sandler and Peter Dinklage were in it. And it was
it was them against the arcades, arcade invasion, games. The Pac-Mans and the
it's like
the
that,
Galaga and stuff.
It's like that movie came out and they were like, someone was like, we can do that better.
We can do it 10 times better.
Give us a few years.
Give us a few years, yeah.
Give us a few years and Steven Spielberg.
Yeah, that's it. The man with the money.
So, I'm excited about Ready Player One. I think it's going to be one of the big movies.
I wonder how much money you have to spend in copyright and IP stuff just to get all those things.
I think what they do is they just threaten people with Steven Spielberg. And he just comes to your house and says, you know who I am. And people just sign away their stuff.
And it's like, hey, what do you want? Back to the Future? Sure.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Yeah. Most of these things are Steven Spielberg movies.
Yeah, that's true. Probably true. Or he had something to do with them.
Yeah.
All right. So in the movie, back into a little bit of DC, but on the light side. I don't know if you remember back in the day when they first talked about doing a Superman movie after the Christopher Reeves, around the time of after the first Batman movies, the Tim Burton era. Tim Burton, I guess, was going to do a Superman movie, and they had tapped Nicolas Cage to play Superman.
Yes.
And, there was some...
Nicolas Cage of Peggy Sue Got Married fame.
Yeah. There was some criticism about that.
Yeah. And
we actually did see the costume. They released a costume they were thinking about using for that. That was pretty much horrendous. And it was bad. And so apparently he's going to get to play Superman finally.
As?
Well, he's going to be voice acting Superman on the new Teen Titans Go movie that's going to be coming out soon as well. So if you ever wanted to feel how Nicolas Cage was going to play Superman, here's your chance.
I was curious about Nicolas Cage playing Superman. I'm not one of those people that was skeptical because it's something that came out after it was done.
Yeah.
And maybe 10 years after it was supposed to be an idea. And then everybody, Nicolas Cage wasn't as big of a star anymore. And everybody thought it was kind of funny. But listen, man, kids, don't give up. He wanted to be Superman.
And he did it.
He's Superman.
But he's Nicolas Cage, man. He was Ghost Rider,
Yeah, he's Superman now. So I'm in for it. Now,
it's just voice acting. This is going to
be on
a cartoon.
Which Titan show is
it? It's the Teen Titans Go, the movie, though. The actual movie that's coming out in the movie theaters.
They're doing a cartoon.
Go? Yeah, Teen Titans Go cartoon.
And I will be honest.
It's a cartoon that airs right now on Cartoon Network.
Yeah, I never got into Teen Titans Go. I got into...
No, the first Teen Titans was cool. But then they went to this Teen Titans Go that was kind of like Teen Titans on all kinds of drugs possible.
Ritalin. Yeah, this is the...
So, I couldn't get into it either.
Monster Energy drink sponsored Teen Titans. Yeah, so I never gotten into that. But, good for Nicolas Cage.
It is funny occasionally when I do catch it.
Yeah, good for Nicolas Cage. I'm glad. You
I just admit I watch it.
You can do what you want to do in life. Just maybe 25 years later.
As long as you keep at it, right?
And I think that's the story here.
Mm-hmm. All right, so keeping on Superman, there's actually a new Superman show coming out.
Yes.
Which is the new Syfy show, which I have reservations about because it's sci-fi, but whatever, it's Superman. So I guess they can't mess up anything Superman, right?
Well, except for all the films.
No. So Krypton, this is a TV show, is coming out soon, Superman, about Superman's past, or about his parents, actually.
His lineage.
His lineage. So it seems like, according to the trailer, what I garnered from the trailer, watching the trailer, is that Brainiac travels to the past to destroy his lineage.
Yes.
So I guess he doesn't become Superman, or he doesn't escape Krypton or something.
I feel like this has been done before, maybe in one of the shows or in one of the comic books.
Maybe?
Yeah. And Brainiac, by the way, is my
favorite.
I'm
have to do research now.
Superman villain.
Yeah.
My favorite Superman villain, because
definitely
he just loses and he's like, but all you do is punch things and I'll be back. Like, and I like Brainiac is very persistent. You know? Brainiac is like the guy that gets swiped the wrong direction on Tinder and logs out and creates a new profile. So I'm actually really excited about Krypton.
Yeah, you excited about it? I don't know, man. I think the last good sci-fi show I watched was Battlestar Galactica, man.
Battlestar Galactica was great. But I liked I can't think of the name of the show where people had like little abilities. Is I forgot the
was it Heroes?
No, not Heroes. It was
I don't know.
I forgot the name of the show.
We're gonna have to edit this now, guys.
Yeah, but I enjoy.
No, I'm just kidding. We'll leave
I
it.
enjoy some sci-fi. They had a zombie show on there in sci-fi that I liked. I liked that show.
They had this one that there was a zombie show, I guess, and the lady was like they made her like had zombie strength or something.
Oh, Humans. Humans was the show I was
there.
thinking.
You go.
I think Humans was on Syfy. Mm-hmm. So they've had some good shows. It looks like it's going to. It looks good. Brainiac looks great.
Yeah, he does.
Based off the trailer, they have 2 trailers out. Brainiac looks great. I like the fact that it's not even Jor-El. It's his
Jor-El's grandfather.
It's his father.
Yeah,
it's Jor-El's father.
Superman's grandfather.
Yeah. So there's Kal-El, Jor-El, and this is.
So he went really back in the past.
Way back. Yeah. So I like the fact that he won't even. I don't have to see Clark Kent. It's just going to be all about.
I've seen some scenes with somebody wearing a cape, and so also in the trailer.
Well, they're holding the cape. They're holding the cape because the guy comes from the past, from the future. Right. Adam Strange.
Yes.
Which comes from the future. It's like, hey, Brainiac's coming to destroy everything. Here's the cape. This is my evidence. This is my proof, and it has a symbol on it. And we're going to see the Zod lineage. Also, if you look at the trailer, they show the Zod lineage.
Yeah.
Which they've retconned that. Now it's a black female dominated family. The Zods are. Which is dope.
I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Or I IMDb'd it. So I'm on board for Krypton. I'm out of the Arrowverse. I'm on the Cryptoverse.
well, how you think if we known that this was going to come out in CW, what would we say?
Listen,
will we have problems?
I don't have any problem with it.
Geek Nation, will we have problems? Geek Congress.
I like the CW shows. I just don't like the intermingling of them. I want my Flash by itself.
But it's DC, man. It's DC from the comic. You read the comic books, it's the same thing, man.
Yeah, but it's just not working for me. It's just not working out for me.
All right. So talking about, we're gonna get into some rumors now that are hot on the internet right now. The famous director Spike Lee apparently is rumored to be doing a Marvel movie.
An entire movie?
A entire movie, yeah.
Okay.
He's going to be directing a movie based on the character Nightwatch.
Okay. Nightwatch?
Yeah.
So it's not about like a janitor or something?
Actually, no. You don't know. If you know who Nightwatch is?
I'm not familiar with Nightwatch.
Okay, Nightwatch is a side hero character introduced in the Spider-Man comic books. I think a Web of Spider-Man actually was introduced.
Okay.
If I remember correctly. People made fun of Marvel because they drew him as a ripoff of Spawn.
Okay. Yeah.
He's a doctor. He finds this cloak that gives him power, and he can make himself invisible at times, and he helps Spider-Man out in Maximum Carnage storyline and a bunch of other stuff, and he eventually dies, but I guess this is the movie that Spike Lee's supposedly going to do.
Well, I like when these comic book companies and these entertainment companies take risks, because Spike Lee is going to be Spike Lee. Like Spike Lee's going to Spike Lee.
Yeah.
So I know when he finds something he's passionate about, it's great. So
I don't know, man. There's not enough juice in this character for me. I mean, I know the character, and I am telling you that.
Yeah, well, you give him layers, and that's what Spike Lee's probably good at.
I guess I kind of did the same thing with Black Lightning. I didn't think Black Lightning had enough juice either.
Yeah, well, I didn't think Jessica Jones would.
Yeah, it's true.
I didn't think Jessica Jones would. She's always been like a side character, but the show is great. So I will, I like to give a good director the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And
fair
sometimes
enough,
it's better to not know a lot about the character.
Fair enough. So another rumor that's happening right now, I guess Fox Studios is trying to talk Joss Whedon into reviving a Buffy the Vampire Slayer for TV.
Okay.
What do you say? What does the Geek Congress say about that?
Well, I don't want to speak for the entire Geek Congress, but I will quote
Mr. Lewis. What do you say, Mr.
One of the
Lewis?
classic films that I've watched in my lifetime, Pootie Tang, and say, I'm going to say the nay no, my brother. Listen, Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Did we bury that? Did we bury that already?
Buffy the Vampire Slayer was a film. It was pretty popular.
It was an okay film.
The show, I would argue, bigger than the film.
Definitely.
Lasted, I don't know how many seasons it had, but it was, and I watched it. To be honest with you.
I did. I enjoyed it too.
I was in Buffy so much, I watched Angel.
No, I watched Angel too, and then I got and that kind of fell off the rails. But
yeah, I watched both of those. Sometimes I feel like you just need to leave well enough alone.
Yeah,
but Joss Whedon, again, you give me a good director.
Hey, he does the show that you dislike, which is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
He does Agents, but he doesn't do all the. He doesn't direct
pretty much everything.
He doesn't direct every episode.
Pretty much everything.
He's probably the executive producer.
He is the executive producer, but he writes a lot of stuff. I've seen his name come out in the writing and stuff.
Well, I got to give it a shot, but I don't know. Are we ready for Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Come to the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. side.
Now that you're using your Buffy the Vampire tricks on me. Now I will say this. It's not about me because I was a kid watching Buffy the Vampire Slayers. So maybe they're going to gear it more towards, a different age group.
Maybe it'll be just show up on CW magically.
High school, unless they're doing this like Roseanne and
Yeah, no, that's what they talked about. They said, "Oh, look at Roseanne. Everybody's talking about Roseanne. Let's try and revive something that was really popular as well."
So Buffy's going to be 47.
Well, here's the problem. You want to know what the problem is? Joss Whedon has continued the Buffy the Vampire Slayer. Oh, we're on season 12 right now, but in the comic books.
In the comics,
yeah.
Okay.
On I think on Dark Horse.
Dark Horse comics,
he's on season 12 right now.
Okay.
And I guess he has other people writing it, of course, but
so he's committed.
He's signed off on it, and they're on. I stopped reading it. I couldn't keep up with it.
But listen, I'll give Fox this. Fox with Legion and The Gifted has proven to me they can do this.
I did enjoy The Gifted.
They can pull
and
this
we'll get
off.
into The Gifted on a future show here soon.
But I am probably not. I don't know if I'm tuning in for that one.
As a skipper,
there's so much.
Only so much
there's so
time
much material,
you can. And there's only so much time a person has in a day in a lifetime, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, I got to do crunches and stuff too.
I
don't want to be watching superheroes and getting fat.
I got to hit the gym,
Yeah.
So I can't do this 31-hour marathon, guys.
We got Freeform. We got Netflix with shows. ABC has shows. CW.
31-hour marathon.
Yeah, I'm imagining Night Watch is going to be on TV One or BET. They're going to relegate that too.
Oh man! So all right. So as actually that's it for us today. But want to get into something that's happening with you. You're actually in a movie that's coming out.
I'm in a movie called Between Waves.
Yes, please plug that, please, right now before we go.
Appearing at the Gasparilla International Film Festival.
Yeah.
Here in Tampa, and it's next Thursday.
Which give the date because this is probably
March 22nd.
March 22nd. Okay,
March 22nd at Movie Co. Central Ybor at 4:45 p.m.
And what's the movie about? Pretty much, give us a little premise.
It's about a man going kind of through he's in his 40s. He's kind of looking to rekindle something passion in his life that he lost in the past. So he seeks out to find his dream car that he had when he was a kid, and he really trying to locate it and just the little misadventures and getting back with friends and families and loved ones and trying to find himself again. Yeah,
cool.
So that's what it's about.
And will it be available after the?
Well, I do not own this film.
No, will it come out on DVD or something?
I'm not sure.
On YouTube or something? I don't know.
We do the film festival circuit,
okay,
and try to get some distribution and get it, in theaters.
Cool,
and then,
cool.
We'll see.
All right.
I'm also doing a play.
Oh yeah, what are you doing?
I'm also doing a play at the Performer Studio Workshop. Well, it's called The Heather.
Nice.
And that'll be in a few weeks. April 13th, I believe, is the
all right. Right. So, give them your social website where they can keep up with you with all that stuff.
My social is 732-69584.
Not that social.
Oh, okay.
Not that social. I mean your socials like Twitter, Instagram.
Okay. So you can find me at My Name is Tarek on Twitter and Instagram. And just look up Tarek Lewis on Facebook, and I may accept a friend request depending on how hot you are and how many friends.
I see. You gotta have pictures, right?
Yeah.
Okay, definitely. All right. So check me out on my socials. I moonlight as a DJ, DJ Speedy JR, all together on all the socials wherever you want to find me at on. And also I want to plug one last thing, something that's a little dear to my heart. There's a gentleman by the name of Marco Lopez. He has a comic book called published on King Skull Comics that's actually coming out on Lion Forge. That's a benefit to Puerto Rico. It's called Puerto Rico Strong, and it's a comic book anthology made of Puerto Rican writers and artists and Latino writers and artists and non-Latino writers and artists, with all the proceeds going to hurricane relief in Puerto Rico. They have a lot of popular comic book creators that participated in this. It's coming out March 14th in comic shops physically, March 27th via Amazon and I guess Comixology or whatever, or wherever you want to download it and just read it at. If it's coming out digitally, I'm not sure about that. Lion Forge is actually African American owned comic book publisher.
Okay.
So they're very proud of this project, and like I said, the gentleman who is behind this will be signing March 17th in Tampa at Uncanny Heroes Comics in Tampa. I do not have the address for that because I am unprepared, so you're just going to have to Google it. So if you look them up on Facebook or wherever you like, you'll find them in Tampa. Uncanny Heroes Comics Tampa. And he'll be signing. He has some of the artists signing as well. So if you're interested in that, please remember it's going to a good cause. And go check him out March 17th over there, or at least get the book. I'm going to try and get him on a future show here so we can talk to him about his project. And that's it for the Geek Culture Congress, unless there's anything else for you with you, Terry?
But just be blessed and watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. because
they need help. we need to keep the interest so Terry can finally catch up to
just keep it on the air so I can catch up.
All right, Geek Culture Congress signing off. Same bat time, same bat channel. Next time, we'll see you when we see you in Geekdom. Have a good one.